None like it in all of baseball. A look at AT&T Park in San Francisco. Ought to be a good one here between the Atlanta Braves and the San Francisco Giants. Get ready for Giants baseball next. Madison Bumgarner, a lefty from North Carolina, gets the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, when you talk about starting pitchers, he's one of the most consistent there is in the game. He's got a career ERA in the low 3s. I expect him to throw a good ball game here in this one.
Ender Inciarte heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Left fielder, number 11.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Bumgarner into his motion. Here he comes 0-1. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call him that 2-seamer running in.
And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
Well, you know, this is a guy who's going to come right at you, even when he's got you down in the count 0-2. Right here he's thinking punch out. But this one bites off a little bit too much of that strike zone, and he squanders that advantage in the count by serving up an 0-2 single to the first batter he faces.
Here's Eric Ibar now, as he'll swing here and lift a fly ball out to right center. And this is handled out there by Span for the first out. And now here's the starting 9 for the visiting Atlanta Braves. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, Matt, I'm excited to get a chance to see that left-handed hitter, Freddie Freeman. He's one of the best clutch hitters in baseball. If they can get guys on base ahead of him, we'll have a great chance to hang a crooked number on the board.
Freddie Freeman gets his first opportunity now. Runner at first with 1 gone.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that the number 2 guy couldn't at least move that leadoff man into scoring position. And that makes it a little tougher on the middle of the order to drive in that early run.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out.
Batting 4. Right fielder.
Nick Markakis set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1.
Well, that's a good location for the fastball there. That's what he'll need to do. Try to get the hitters to expand their zone. Get these guys reaching for stuff off the plate.
Hit hard up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Well, that's got to be encouraging for these guys so far. They're facing one of the tougher guys around, and that's 2 hits now here in the first inning, and that ball was smoked.
Coming to the plate now, Adonis Garcia, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
And that's the pitch he needs to get working here in this first inning. You can solve a few problems here if that pitch comes around.
Two down, runners at first and second. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
And in a spot like this, first and second with 2 away, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And this is down for extra bases, and with 2 out, this might get them both home. The run scores from second. The runner from first crosses the plate, and he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole out there on the mound. This is all his own fault. And both of those runners are going to come around to score on what works out to be a 2-run triple.
Tyler Flowers gets his first shot now, trying to cash in with a runner at third and 2 gone.
Yeah, and all he needs to do here is find a hole anywhere.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Well, Matt, with Ross behind the plate, hitters know they need to expand the strike zone a little bit. He likes to ring it up when it's on the black, or even a little off of it.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count, 0-2. High and deep to left center field. Pagan looks up. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a 2-run shot to left center, and the Braves add on. It's 4-0.
And if he was guessing up there, he was guessing right, because he's all over that thing like a shaggy dog, and he drives it over the wall.
Stepping in now, Jace Peterson.
Second baseman.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Gotta wonder if the natives will start to get restless here.
Well, it's definitely not the start to this game this crowd was hoping for. Far from it.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1 and 2?
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So they score 4 times on 4 base hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Braves 4 and the Giants coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Matt Wisler, a righty from the state of Ohio, will do the pitching in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, remember, guys, he's a young pitcher, still garnering a lot of experience, and he has a lot of upside. If he continues to improve, he's going to be around this league for a very long time. I can't wait to watch him in this one.
And there you see Denard Span as he gets ready to lead off the home half of inning number 1.
Center fielder, Denard Span.
Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Garcia comes up with it. On to first, and the throw goes right by him.
Batting
Well,
second.
and here's a
Second
situation where he can't be catching these guys off guard. I mean, he just showed bunt on the previous pitch, and he tries again and winds up legging out a base hit.
Into the box now, Joe Panic. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
He just might be up there taking pitches, waiting for that base runner to go, but he's not going to be able to take anymore.
On to Freeman, a double play. And with that, a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup card for the Giants. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, Matt, I'm pretty excited to get the chance to see a UCLA alum, Brandon Crawford. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. He knows how to stay within himself and come through in the clutch.
Hunter Pence will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Inciarte's there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Giants are down quietly. They trail here 4-0. Michael Bourne makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Posey gathers it, and the throw is in time. Bourne is retired, and there's one away.
The pitcher number 2.
Settling in now, Matt Wisler, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Bumgarner's ready. First pitch on the way. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Ender Inciarte will stand in. He singled to lead off the ball game and later came around to score the game's first run.
It's great when he gets out there and get things going like he did. Really gets the rest of the team involved.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Boy, and he's turned things around from that last inning as this pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now.
And there's number 8. 1 away.
Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. More from AT&T Park right after this. Buster Posey will dig in, the winner of last year's Silver Slugger Award for National League catchers.
Buster Posey.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he lays off here. It's a ball and a strike to the Giant backstop.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. And with a quick breather here, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Nick Markakis is one of the game's best defensive outfielders. He's won a number of Gold Gloves.
In fact, Markakis went 398 games without committing an error. That's phenomenal.
Matt Duffy stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
That's a sign of a guy who's really learning how to pitch. I mean, look at this location on 1 and 2. No need to try and blow him away with a high fastball. This is right on the outside corner at the knees. No chance to get that one.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Two out, nobody on. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back in San Francisco following this. Eric Ibar will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
We're already at 4. Do I hear 5 strikeouts in a row?
Hit to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
First baseman number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Freddie Freeman. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, they got him on a breaking ball, so now we'll see if they try to put him away with soft stuff again if they get that chance.
Off the plate and low here, ball 1. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
Well, he's not letting them get a gauge on anything here on those first 3 pitches. He saw a slider, a fastball, then a big curveball. Now he's set up for almost anything on a 1-2 pitch.
Into the box, Nick Markakis. He reached on a single in his first try. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
Yeah, 2 outs, nobody on. Got a pretty good idea what he's going to do. He won't hold back here.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the way these guys have been swinging at everything, I'm surprised he didn't go after that one, too.
1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
He's just cutting his way right through the teeth of this order. They're not even putting up much of a fight.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Braves. They lead it 4-0. Brandon Crawford digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that, so just keep on throwing it.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in their knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called. Strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, pitching like this deserves another look through as we check out the last 4 batters on show track. Here he was striking out the side the previous inning, and he starts things off here with another one. That's 4 in a row now.
Into the box now, Angel Pagan. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
And you know, you get stuck sometimes being that number 8 hitter, trying to work the count and trying to buy a little extra time for your pitcher. Now that's a pitch right down the middle that maybe a number 4 hitter jumps all over.
Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Bourne waits on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting 9th, pitcher, Madison Bumgarner.
Madison Bumgarner will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Called Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the third strike, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 3 innings complete. It's the Braves 4 and the Giants nothing. Adonis Garcia is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Braves, third baseman number 13, Adonis.
Bumgarner has his target. First pitch on its way. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Belt in foul ground. A quick out, number 1.
Now batting.
Yeah, doesn't look like much has changed here to start this inning either. That's 8 in a row now he's set down.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tyler Flowers stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1.
2-run homer his first time. He's looking for another one on that swing.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
And I'll tell you, being in a 2-strike hole is not the spot you want to be in against a guy like this.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, he's had a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on, so it's a great idea to go ahead and bounce one there on 0-2.
High and deep to right center field. Back goes Pence, still going back. But he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
The batter,
Well,
number 8.
generally you'll have a lot of success if you keep the ball down in the zone, but this was the 3rd straight pitch to him down there. He finally figured out what was going on and just sat on it for 2 bases.
Into the box, Jace Peterson, chopped at the plate. That rolls foul for strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
2 good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees. And you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
Bunt sign still on with 2 strikes as he puts this one down. And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
And if you're going to try to move the guy up to third base, this is exactly what you want to do. You have to make that third baseman field the ball. That way, his only play is to first, and the sacrifice turns out to be a good one.
Michael Bourne at the plate now. Now a curveball that's yanked high and deep down the line in right. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
You know, sometimes it can be all or nothing with this guy. He'll strike out in bunches, but when he connects, he can do a whole lot of damage, and he makes him pay right here.
And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants bullpen. In now, Matt Wisler. As Bumgarner gets ahead of him with strike 1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. It looks like this is going to be one of those times.
6 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Well, give him some credit. With 2 outs, a lot of pitchers will just leave that bat on the...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. But 2 in the inning for Atlanta, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Braves 6 and the Giants nothing. Denard Span will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
And that guy right there is the beneficiary of all these early runs. He's got to be the happiest guy in the ballpark.
That evens it up 1-1. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys give me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
Joe Panik will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And that's in there for strike 1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
And he bunched him up a bit as this is lined softly over first. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And he'd been on a pretty good roll until that base hit right there. He'd set down 9 in a row, so now he's going to have to remember what it's like to work out of the stretch.
So a runner at first with 1 out now, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Hunter Pence. Here's the first pitch to him. And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and then 1 pitch later, he essentially turns that single into a double by letting him advance into scoring position on the wild pitch.
One 0 count. Here it is. And this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
He gives him a free 90 feet there with 1 away. Now, all of a sudden, you open up a wealth of chances of making a productive out and still getting that guy home.
And there's the first strike, 2-1.
Well, I think the time for patience is over. You've got to make something happen up there when you've got a runner in scoring position.
And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now. And that is in there at the letters to run it full, 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Now batting, the catcher.
Buster Posey in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball, so let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or two.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Here it comes on 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. And that misses 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Runners are at first and third, one away. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Hit hard on the ground towards second. There's Peterson. Ibar for one. On to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More from AT&T Park right after this. Chris Heston is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here.
Heston.
Ender Inciarte will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips.
Number 11, Ender Inciarte.
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. Lined hard toward right center, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Oh, and he botches it.
Boy, we always talk about pitch speeds from pitchers. How hard are they throwing the ball? How hard was that ball hit back up the middle? Way harder than it was thrown, I can guarantee you that.
Now some action out in the Giants' bullpen, as they'll have both the left-hander and a right-hander get loose. Here's Eric Ibar now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. 6 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Ground ball sent back up the middle to Crawford for one. On to Belt, and they turn to a double play.
Well, the one thing this guy definitely has coming in out of the bullpen is that hard sinking fastball. And here it is in all its glory as he gets the big double play ball to take away the pressure.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike one. Hit to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Braves go down quietly, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Matt Duffy will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
If you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And here's Freeman at first himself to record the out.
The shortstop.
And that's what the
number
two-seam
35.
fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Brandon Crawford will stand in now, the recipient of a National League Silver Slugger Award for his contributions at shortstop last year. And he takes it. The 0-1 on its way. Grounded up the first baseline. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. We'll see Nick Markakis when we come back. It's the Braves 6 and the Giants nothing. And here is Nick Markakis now. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
These guys have swung the bat extremely well in this one. They have to be careful, though, about getting comfortable. Still have to make every at-bat count.
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. On a big swing there from Markakis. He didn't get it to make it strike two.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Swing and a miss there by Markakis, and he's down on strikes for the first out.
I think this is one of those at-bats where he just couldn't help himself out there. And we're going to check it out again right here on Showtrack. The thing that stands out right away, well, look at the pitches. Are any of them even strikes? I mean, if you have a little bit more discipline as a hitter, you might be looking at a 3-0 count instead of going back to sit on the bench.
Stepping in now, Adonis Garcia. Yes, he'll take a look at ball one. And not the greatest approach there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and it's even at 1-1.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Bases are empty, one man out. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as this lead swells to 7-0.
When you have a hitter down in the count like that, you got to bury him or at least get him to chase something out of the zone. That pitch is way too hittable, and he pays for it. Just an enormous mistake, and now he's so upset with himself.
Tyler Flowers will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Line softly toward the hole. On to first, and there were two down.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Jace Peterson.
Striding into the box, Jace Peterson. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
Yeah, a well-executed bunt his last at-bat, but obviously this time he's swinging away.
Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pagan on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Braves able to tack on another courtesy of the solo shot. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. It's the Braves 7 and the Giants nothing. Angel Pagan will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they found